Hi, I'm Perry Young, and this video is on how to do a binding for a Shakuhachi flute. So here are the materials you will need. Basically, I use tough cord number 6, a very strong nylon cord. You can use monofilament binding, fishing line, 25 to 30 pounds. I have an X-Acto knife, a pair of pliers, and a clamp. And now I'm going to pull about two arm lengths of this thread, and I'm going to clamp it down on my kitchen counter. Now if you don't have a clamp, you can just simply tie the cord to a non-movable surface or object like a pole or something. So now I'm going to come back to the end of my thread and take about 4 inches from the thread. So you might have to come in on the camera right here. I take about 4 inches and I put my thumb down on where the binding is going to go, and I make a little loop, about a 1-inch loop, and I put my thumb down on where the loop meets with the open end towards me, and then I'm going to wind loosely because the binding will slip if you put pressure right here twice. Now on the third one I'm going to start to rotate with a little pressure, but my thumb alternating on top of each other. And when I pass this noose on this third winding, I can pull a little harder. Now on this fourth binding, once it passes that loop, I could basically let go and it's not going to slip. Now I'm pulling as pretty hard, and right near where I feel like the thread's going to snap, I stop, and that's the pressure point where I start to wind. Now I just went over my 5th and 6th, and at this point you can use your fingernails or your eye to sort of help gather, but if you twist the flute lightly, it will gather itself against each other, the thread against one another. 6. And you just keep the pressure on as you bind. And I like to do about 14 windings, and then I release on the last 2 a little bit, still a lot of pressure. And now when I'm done, I'm going to put my thumb on my side of the loop, take my X-Acto blade, cut about 4 inches off, and then thread the end over into the loop. Switch my grip. First I hold that open end down and switch my grip, take my clamp, give it a yank, and it should break cleanly or not with an X right in the middle of that. I don't know if you can see that. But and then I take it to my Shakuhachi Hako box, and I clean these ends off carefully without cutting the thread. And it should be finished with urushi lacquer. Now, I don't know if you can see that well. And that's all it takes, folks, to bind your Shakuhachi.